Okay, so let's get started. Hi everyone, we are talking today with Noel King. He's the co-founder of the Cluj project and the CTO of Shipyard Technology Ventures. Hi Noel, welcome to Cluj.
Thank you.
And you are one of the co-founders of the Cluj project conference. What did you motivate you to start this conference?
Yeah. So the key motivation came from immediately within a month of CoderDojo being founded. I was sitting in Dublin listening to James Welton talking about the challenges in education, talking about how young children globally really weren't getting the experience to learn at the program in school. And as a result, they were going to university struggling, and there was high dropout rates. So James' vision was to create a computer club, a global computer club for young people, that they could come, they could learn at the program in a really sort of fun and free environment. And the really important part of the movement was it was free, so it had to be accessible to children around the world. So it didn't matter if you're in Dublin or Cork or Cape Town or anywhere. So that was really a key thing. So as I listened to James, and I suppose it was really the start of Cluj projects for me, was what James said was true. It meant so much in an education perspective. But the more I thought about it, the more I sort of felt that it's really, really critical that we work in CoderDojo, that we learn and teach children how to program. But the reality of it is, teaching is only one part of the challenge. I sort of felt to have the true economic benefit of teaching children and teaching children globally, we needed to create an ecosystem around that, and that's what Cluj project was. So the idea of Cluj project was, you go to your local CoderDojo, and there's now a lot more clubs involved beyond CoderDojo, but you go to your local dojo, you learn how to program, and then you go and create. So it's this real encouragement of creativity, and that was sort of the center of Cluj project. So we don't mind what you create, but go and learn, have a whole lot of fun, and then create something that's going to inspire, and that was sort of the key to us.
That's really interesting, and yeah, I think that was really, really good received by your audience.
Yeah.
And how many people were attending in the first year of the conference?
Yeah, so the first year we had 19 projects, and we had about 100 people attending. It scaled pretty quickly, so we then went within 4 years to the RDS, where we had just the biggest sort of convention centre in Dublin, where we had over 600 projects presenting and about 12,000 people coming to the event. It then moved international, so we have children from around the world that come from as far as Australia, West Coast of America, will all come to Dublin to present. And then under the guidance of the Raspberry Pi Foundation, they've now spun out more events globally. So there's a Cluj projects in the UK and a Cluj projects in California.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. And what was the most interesting project that you saw last year?
Yeah, I think I'll talk about the team, and then I'll go into the project. So I think one of the lovely parts of the event, and one of the lovely parts of teaching young children, is the fact that actually the ideas that they look to create are very much trying to solve social problems that they have in their communities. So a lot of people are using the learning to help, whether it is older people, people with dementia, or certain issues that they see. So I think one of the most inspiring projects I've seen was from a young girl from Turkey. She's from Istanbul, and what she created was an electronic guide dog. And at the age of 12, this robotic dog was about 2.5, 3 foot tall, had all the electronics built in, all the sensors, all the ways to communicate with the blind person, and worked end to end. And to see a young girl not just learning how to program, but learning how to build a viable solution that actually helps people in our community and people around her, that's inspiring, and I think that's what I get the most out of the event, is seeing those types of projects.
Sounds really cool. And what about the education in Dublin, in Ireland? How are the people learning? Are the kids learning coding in school, or they need to learn by themselves?
Yeah, so there's a mix in relation to that. So programming has just entered the Irish education system within the last 12 months. It was in pilot before that. So it can be learned in secondary school education, which is probably the high school. I think the key challenge of teaching programming and teaching in mainstream, it's really important that it's done in mainstream education, because you get this repeatability of children going through a structured course and learning. But on the complementary side, CoderDojo and that type of learning is also fundamentally important, because it takes a different approach. So it takes a much more fun approach. Let's get the children to create games. Let's use the interest and passion to learn. So I think the economies that have both mainstream education and CoderDojo are the ones that are going to excel, where the ones that are just mainstream education, the kids are going to lack that creativity, because it's done very much through a mathematical way, which I'm not saying isn't a bad way to learn the program, but when you're 12 or 13, it's an intimidating way to learn. So teach through creativity, excitement, so I'd like to see them both.
When do you think it's a good age to start coding?
Yeah, I think probably I've had taught children as young as 6 and 7. It's very complex at that age, just because they're still learning the ability to read and write. So although parents want them to learn at that age, it's definitely harder. I think around 10 is probably the best age. The ability to read, write, type, and understand maths has got to an advanced enough level that if you get a good child at the age of 9, 10, they're excited, you'll be able to teach them the fundamentals.
Sounds great. And you are also a mentor on the CoderDojo. How did you start learning kids programming? How do you make them like it?
Yeah, it's a really good point. How do you make children like programming? I'll be honest with you, the easiest way is to listen to them. And when you ask children what they want to learn, they repeatedly say they want to learn how to build games. So we use that as the hook. So we would build games, and in building the games, we would go through the fundamentals of programming. So we would teach everything from a variable, an object, a loop, a method, and effectively, through the games process, you can teach all of those principles. And one of the things that I often tell people when I talk about teaching children, one of the things that I find inspiring, which you struggle when you're a university kid, is I would go to a 10 or 12-year-old and go, tell me what recursion is. And they would quite happily, comfortably tell me what recursion is, tell me why you need exit strategies from it. And then I would say the same to somebody who's a second year in college, and they'd look at me wondering what I'm asking. So I think when you teach through a fun and exciting way, and they can see recursion and see it in a game context, it becomes natural to understand what it is. And I think that's what.
Sounds great. And yeah, we are looking, if you want to start a CoderDojo here in Cluj, I think that would be a great idea, at least like an experiment, and see what's happening.
Yeah, definitely, and I know I'll work with the guys here in Boatyard and certainly encourage it. I know there has been CoderDojos here in Cluj. I'm not sure if they're still active. There's a really good Romanian CoderDojo community, so I've seen it's at CoderDojo.ro. Or if you also want to meet the international team, you've got the CoderDojo.com.
Great, and you mentioned about Boatyard, and you are also CTO at Boatyard.
Yeah.
Tell us, what brings you here in Cluj, and what actually Boatyard is doing technically.
Okay. So the great thing what brings us here at the Cluj is the talent and the people. What we're doing here in Boatyard is probably similar to some of the conversation we've had around Cluj projects and what I believe in when you're building technology. So I believe you build companies to solve solutions, to build real products. So certainly one of the things, and I've had nearshore and local things for years, but one of the key things around Cluj and the team we have here is that we're bringing products and companies that we want to build to Cluj. We're giving the engineering team here the full ability and autonomous decision making to create the companies and solve the problems that we need, from product innovation through to machine learning, through mobile and other spaces that we're targeting. So we've big plans for Boatyard X. I'm excited. All the team that have been joined here have been excellent. They've all been great to work for. the Romanian people have a lovely personality, just like the Irish, so we get on very well. And it's been a really great location for us.
Sounds great. If you want to add anything about what you are doing at Boatyard specifically as a project or product.
That's no problem. So at the moment we have I think 3, possibly about the 4th major project and product that's about to be built out of here, out of Boatyard. One of them is a freelancing application called Claro. It's launched in the US, and it's a really, really exciting offering that's going to be at high scale for the gig economy workers. We're also building another fairly high scale solution for the travel industry. Very exciting. I think this solution is going to revolutionize part of travel. It's certainly an area that, traveling the world, I've required the problem that is being solved here, and I hope in the coming months that we will see and go live with that. And then the final thing is the enterprise software. So we work with some of the largest clients in the world, and we're starting to build solutions that will help them and help them run their businesses more effectively.
Sounds great, Noel, and we are looking forward to see a demo of your next project that you are building here.
It's no problem at all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
And actually we will ask now Sorin to join a little bit of the conversation. So Sorin, if you can, so Sorin is running the local office here in Cluj, if I'm right. And
yes, you're right.
He basically created this team. So Sorin, what kind of technology you are using here and what you are doing?
Well, I would say that definitely we're using the latest technology stack. If you want me to go a bit through all of them, I would say that on the back end we're going with Java 11, we're using Spring Boot 2, we're using also Kubernetes and all these new cool technologies that are on the market. On front end, we're using one of the 3 major frameworks and key players on front end, and our choice was to go with Vue.js instead of going with the popular React and AngularJS. We're very happy with our choice. We feel like this is the next big thing on the market, and we see a great adoption when it comes to new projects.
Okay, and if you want to add anything about the projects we are building here, how many, and when we will see a demo, as I asked before.
Yeah, that's a tricky question. I would add that it's not just 1 or 2 projects, and what made me choose Boatyard X and what made me trust in this project is exactly this thing where you have multiple new projects, there are multiple ideas. We are talking about, I think that's 6 new projects on the market that we are planning to build next year, and also the bigger plans for Shipyard and also for Boatyard X is to launch new products every single year.
Great, and yeah, sounds like a lot of work, but if you still have time, we are looking for some nice article from our side on the technical side, so anytime you are welcome.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
Okay. Okay, so with this we are ending up our live streaming. Thank you, Sorin.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, see you around.
See you around.